Hey, what's good, y'all? C. Will here with the Passive Income Network podcast. We are on episode 91. We have a special episode. We'll be talking about financial literacy, trading, mindset, and a plethora of other things. So let's welcome our guest, Jerremy Newsome, back on the show. What's good, Jerremy?
Will, my dude.
Yes. How's it
Pumped.
going?
Pumped. It's going incredible, my man. Thank you.
Excellent. Yeah. Like we said, I'm happy to have you back on the show. Very excited. I like what you're doing. So I wanted to share this with the audience, and we're very grateful over here that you came back on. So let's start with an introduction to reintroduce yourself to the people who don't know you here.
100%. My focus, ladies and gentlemen, for the last 15 years has been everything liquid markets. Liquid markets are very fast, large amounts of money. I've just studied it. Everything from stock trading, option trading, cryptos, futures, Forex, commodities. It's kind of been my world, and really understanding how it works, but most importantly, how the average American can interact with it. A lot of us feel like there's a huge barrier between the people that have all the money and the people that have a little bit of money, but the barrier is applied knowledge. And so it's kind of been my focus to understand all the wealth secrets and just ask a lot of great questions to a lot of wealthy people, and then take that knowledge and distill it to everybody.
Respect, and that's why you're here today. All right, let's dive in and let's get into, some of your masterminds and life hacking techniques here, or things that you're up to. So for one, what I've seen you on Twitter, you've been, it might've been a year ago, you were bear crawling, right? Working on your physique, right? You say some very powerful things in regards to your mind, community, and being, profitable, prosperity, and all of that. Can you speak on your life hacking and kind of what you're doing as a community member?
100%, brother. I think life hacking does distill down into being around other individuals and other ideas. Doesn't mean they have to be better than you, smarter than you, richer than you, but you are your collective awareness, your collective consciousness, the group of people you spend time with.
Mhm.
And when you begin to expand that group, you begin to ask yourself, how can I contribute and really add value to this group of individuals, men or women? And my focus right now for the last 2 or 3 years has been working a lot with men, because I feel like the brokenness of the country is in direct proportion to the brokenness of men. And if you have a really strong group of men, fathers, and leaders, you'll have really powerful, well developed, smart, educated children. If we
Yeah.
go back to, for just a moment, everyone in prison. If you're in
Yep.
prison or in jail, there's one thing in common. It's not if you're black, you're white. It doesn't matter how much money you had when you grew up. Did you have a father figure in the household? And if the answer is no, you have an 85% likelihood to go to jail. And that's a
Mm.
staggering number. Like, that is the number one predictor of will you end up in prison or not, which is wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Crazy. So it's like, we got to pour into the dudes a little bit to help us understand that the battle is both internal and external. Understand how we can become better. I think most men, our number one goal is freedom. And it doesn't really necessarily matter how we get the freedom, but financial freedom is one aspect of that freedom. And
Yep.
for me, is if I can get a group of men together and we can talk about how we can all obtain financial freedom together, the likelihood of it happening is extremely high. It really triples, quadruples the possibilities that we all become financially free together. Let's
Mhm.
just do a very fast example. Imagine you get 5 guys together, and each one of those gentlemen save up some money from their job and put in $10,000. $10,000 times 5 people is $50,000.
Yep.
And with $50,000, you could then go and purchase a really nice house to flip. So let's say the house is $200,000. You only need 20% down to flip a house.
Mhm.
So you buy a house for 40,000, which is 20% of 200. And then you have $10,000 of repairs, maintenance, some sweat equity, all the extra things that
Mhm.
you can do. You put money into that house, you renovate that house, you make it look better. You put in a little bit of work, you make the outside look better, you make the inside look better, new cabinets, flooring, walls, whatever, new paint. and then you turn around and you sell that property for $280,000. Like, that's a very, very realistic business model for a group of guys or a group of friends or a group of women to go, all right, it's not passive. It takes a little bit of work,
For
but
sure.
but I love the word semi-passive, right? Passive just means as we grow our money, we can have more and more things that are working for us. But if you're not at that level right now, where you can have tens of millions of dollars that are just out there working, it's okay to have some semi-active or semi-passive income. And that's a great example of how a group of people can get together and leverage their currency and
Yep.
become a higher, more effective unit.
Yeah, that's a great example, really clear, and it makes sense, right? I'm a fan of Napoleon Hill's book, Outwitting the Devil. I'm pretty sure you know about that.
What a book.
That book there, talks about a mastermind and joining together with other like-minded individuals, creating a plan, and then executing on it. And you're right too, with that $10,000 example each, or if with a group of people, makes it so much easier, and the load and pressure is less, and then you might have some experts there that actually can guide it right there. That makes a lot of sense. Can you speak more on that? Do you have more information on like kind of what you guys talk about in these groups more specifically
Yeah, of course.
outside of investing?
Of course. Yeah. So let's say outside of investing,
Hmm.
let's talk about the reason. I mean, dude, you brought up the book of books, top 10 book of all time.
It is, yeah.
Let's talk about when you're in a group like that. Now you get to have actual discussions of what's holding men back or what's holding your friend group back from
Yep.
goals that they want to achieve. One of my beliefs is if you want something and you do not have it, you're scared of it.
Mhm.
Simple as that. So if you want $10 million, but you don't have $10 million, it's because you're afraid of $10 million.
Mm.
And someone might out there say, dude, that's a load of crap. Like, I definitely want $10 million. Well, fam, if you don't have it, you're afraid of it. Now, it doesn't mean you're afraid of $10 million exactly, but what it could mean is you're afraid of all the things it's going to require you to do in your life to have $10 million. And for men, if most men cut out porn, alcohol, and
Yep.
weed out of their life, you cut those three things out for 2 years, the speed at which your life would change would be unrecognizable. You wouldn't even know who you are. You'd have so much more money. You would have so
Mhm.
much more energy. You'd have so much more vitality, so much more vigor, and you'd have more money and happiness. And when you're happier, you get more money anyway. It's just kind of like the natural way it works.
Yep.
Those three things can solve so many problems that men have, because men, we are vice animals. Women have vices as well, but men's vices by and large are more destructive.
Yes. Yeah.
It's just how we are. It's how we're wired. And those destructive vices will keep us at a vibration, at a frequency, and at a playing level that's just mediocre, that's average, that's boring, that's simple. And when we as men can get together and help each other out, get past our vices, women, we get past the vices of gambling, we get past the vices of alcohol or drugs, as we start having a group of people that can pull us across those hurdles, and then we can go 3 whole months without doing something stupid. Now the opportunities begin to really get right in front of your face, and you can actually take advantage of them.
Makes sense. You're talking about making this group of men clear minded, right? So we can make proper and better decisions for the overall community and family. It makes sense. I love it. I love it. Okay. Let's now dive back into trading. Can we talk about real life trading and what you've been up to as a real life trader?
Yeah, real life trading, such
Hmm.
an amazing company and really a beautiful mission. The goal of the company is to teach anyone how to interact with the markets. And the
Yep.
truth is, you don't have to be a full-time trader to make money in the stock market. Trading is just one route to financial freedom.
Hmm.
So is investing. Investing into the stock market is one path of financial freedom. There's millions of them, but it's one of them. And I think that everyone should walk down that path at some point,
Yep.
because, as Rumi says, walk the path and the path will appear. If you want to,
Yeah. Rumi's a legend too.
of course, even if you don't know where you're going, you don't know exactly what you want to do, you should know a lot about money. You should study money, because the stock market's the greatest revealer of what we need healed internally. So if
Yep.
you need to get over your gambling problems, your patience problems, your over aggressiveness, your fear of losing money, the market will expose that. Because trading, here's some quick math for all of your listeners. If you're
Yep.
listening with a pen and paper, or you could probably all do this in your head. Let's take 1,000 shares of any stock. It doesn't matter.
Hmm.
Buy 1,000 stock of Pinterest, and that stock moves $3.
Yep.
So if you buy it, 1,000 shares goes up $3. That's a $3,000 profit. If you can repeat that transaction 200 times a year, that's $600,000.
Mm.
And for a lot of people, that puts you at a level of financial freedom for a lot of
Yep.
individuals. $600,000 a year. And that's without phone calls, without clients, without customers, without refunds, without landing pages, without tenants, without termites, toilets, contractors.
Hmm.
That is just you versus you. If you have a good internet, that's trading.
Yep.
That's interacting with the markets on a daily or weekly basis. And then you take those interactions and then you take your profits and you start buying other assets. You can buy real estate. You can buy businesses. You can invest into your friends' ideas, and maybe they blow and maybe they don't. It's okay. But you can
Yep.
start spreading some of your money around as it starts to grow, and you can really compound your gains that way as well. Have other investments into other things, and it starts to expand. And so that's really what real life trading is about. And my focus, man, really is helping individuals in all aspects of that. If it's helping them with the education, if it's helping them with the
Mhm.
capital to actually actively trade, if it's helping them with the mindset, the trader psychology, there's always these components that individuals might be afraid of, but I try to help them see the other side of it, or it's really not that scary.
Hmm. Yeah. So battling yourself, that's what I'm hearing right now. Battling yourself. I've been doing some trading and I've been learning, I think, definitely in the last year, a lot more. And I'm seeing that that is what it is. It's like you're walking in the mirror, you're looking at yourself. It's just you in the chart. You can, bless to do it off your phone or a laptop. You right, just good internet. But that's what I'm saying. It's about, like you said, being able to handle a loss and then reinvesting the wins that you do get in other assets. It makes sense. I'm falling in love with the stock market more and more. I originally was more of into crypto, and then as I got more educated, I was like, oh, crypto is kind of crazy. I still love my Bitcoin, but definitely I'm into the options and the stocks a lot more now. Okay, can
Sweet.
we talk
Good.
about the current state of the market? What is Jeremy Newsome seeing right now in terms of trading? Let's talk about options, and then also in just a buy and hold, investment. What are you looking at, or what helps you find the investment?
For me, man, I'm so boring in my long-term accounts. I really focus on what products do I use, interact with, buy.
Hmm.
What products do I like? What products, if I look at the store, I'm like, wow, I want to go to that store. I want to do something with that store or that company, right? So
Hmm.
Apple,
Yep.
Google, I drive a Tesla. I mean, if anyone here wears Lulu's, right? What a great piece of clothing.
Yep.
Lulu. If you eat at
Yep.
Chipotle because you're high protein or you're keto or you're vegan, you can get a nice, burrito bowl for $8 with some chips. Chipotle, ticker symbol CMG. You can find basic companies. Look at your
Hmm.
wallet, Visa, MasterCard, Discover. Which ones do you have? Where do you bank at, right? JP Morgan, Chase, Wells
Yep.
Fargo. Take the things that you're interacting with on a daily basis, Netflix, Disney, pull out the companies,
Yep.
look at it for 5 whole minutes and ask yourself, do I really want to buy this company? Does it look like it's going higher? Should I buy some? How much should I buy?
Hmm.
And for me, long term, I think the markets are going to hit all-time highs probably by the end of the year, and we only got a month left. I think we
Yep.
can continue to go up and make new all-time highs. I do think the current administration in the White House is going to try and decrease interest rates a little bit leading up into the election. So with
Yep.
the markets at new highs, new all-time highs, and lower interest rate, right? Biden and the Democrats are going to be like, "Hey, the economy's going great," and that's going to be their ticket to get as many revotes as possible to get to continue to stay in office. It's just my opinion, but I think if interest rates come down a little bit, June, July, August, September of next year,
Yep.
that's gonna be Biden's best shot at getting reelected, and that'll allow the markets to continue to go higher. So for me, I'm pretty bullish. I'm generally pretty bullish oftentimes, but I do find the focused approach of trading and investing to be the best one. or I spend an hour a day or an hour a week or an hour a month asking, what stock do I like the most? What company do I like the most? What company do I interact with the most? What do I actually think is going to go higher and why? And then
Yep.
pull up the company and actually throw some money behind it. And again, it can be Costco, it can be Johnson Johnson, it can be Walmart. But these big blue chips, these huge companies that are worth hundreds of billions or even trillions of dollars, they're probably going to go up another
Yeah.
20, 30%. And if you can make 30% return on your portfolio every year for the next 10 years, every single person listening will be a millionaire. Doesn't matter how much money you have. If you make a 30% return every year on your portfolio for 10 years, you will be doing quite well.
Yeah, I agree. You can definitely make that happen. You know, like you said, Costco is a good one.
Yep.
I shop at Costco. Looking in the store, if you just go in there and just stand there and see how many people are in Costco, you like, this is crazy. The parking
Yeah.
lot, the gas, everything is insane. And I did actually purchase Costco stock this year. And I'm like, damn, I should have bought it in the 90s or whatever it came out, 2000. It's been going up the whole time.
Good
And
for
I'm
you.
impressed, yeah, with Costco. So, yeah, it's one of my best holds, to be honest. I like Costco. But, yeah, it makes sense. The items that you use every day are great candidates to make some money out of. That makes
Precisely.
a lot of sense.
Yeah,
Yes.
precisely.
Okay. Let's go into some keys of a successful trader. Let's dive in a little bit deeper and go back towards, like what you said, with mindset. How does one develop a stronger trading mindset, in your opinion?
Totally, man. I mean, here's one of the best predictors to a profitable trader or investor is capital.
Hmm.
That's a huge determining factor. Are you going to win or not? Do you have capital? And that money, that capital, that income can come from a job. Dude, keep your job if you have a 9 to 5. Awesome. But try to
Yep.
make more money at that job if it's possible, right? Can you work overtime? Can you deliver better results? Can you do something bigger, better inside that career to literally make more income? Because if you make more income, your trading and your investing will be better, just the way
Yep.
it is. I've seen that time and time and time again. If you got $5,000, it's going to be harder. If you have $500,000, it's a lot easier.
Yep.
And so those are always goals to have. Make more money, put more money into the markets. Now, the next mindset is the mindset of integrity.
Yep.
Begin practicing saying something. Ready for this?
Yep.
Doing that thing. That's it. That's investing. That's trading. I want to do 15 push-ups today. Awesome. Do 15 push-ups then. Or I'm not going to drink alcohol for the next week. Fantastic. Say something and then do that thing that you say, even if it's to your wife, it's to your
Hmm.
kids. Try your best to become a man or a woman, a person of integrity, because when you begin to say things and do those things, it creates this alignment within your spirit and your soul of this person's going to do what they say they're going to do. And that allows you to go, hey, I'm going to buy Costco at 500, like my boy Will did. He buys Costco at 500. Oh, now it's at 600. He just made $100 per share on however many shares
Yep.
he bought. It doesn't matter. If you buy 20 shares, 20 times 100, it's $2,000 for free that he made passively, doing absolutely nothing.
Yep.
That is the name of the game. So you have to say, I'm going to do this, and then follow through on that. Those two indicators for me, from a trading perspective, are what's absolutely going to be a predecessor of a great investing trader and someone who's profitable over time.
Hmm. Yeah. So you like, stop lying to yourself.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, because we got New Year's resolutions coming up, and that's when everyone sets all these goals, and then by February they're all, in the drain, and they're not doing them. So yeah, I definitely. So trust in yourself. You said integrity. That's definitely an honest thing. Any more keys or jewels you want to lay there about being a successful trader?
Yeah, successful trader. Because again, let's almost separate trader from investor for just a moment. Every single
Yep.
person listening to this should invest, hands down, no questions. Full
Agreed.
stop. Doesn't even matter how much money you have. You have $300, $3,000. Put some money into the markets, because
Yep.
if you do what successful rich people do, you will have the likelihood of becoming successful and richer. That's just kind of the way it works. And then from a trading perspective, screen time. Screen time helps. You're going to have to carve out time to be in front of the computer. And when you start spending thousands of hours in front of the screen, you will be able to really start to see, all right, am I getting this? Have I
Mhm.
created correct trades? Did I buy Pinterest at 25 and sell it at 28 like I said I was going to on
Yep.
1,000 shares, which is $3,000 of profit? Did that actually happen? Did it move from 25 to 28? And you're able to start seeing it. So screen time will help as a trader.
Mhm.
You will not be a professional trader. You will not make a bunch of money if you spend 20 hours a year in front of the screen. It's not going to happen.
Facts.
You could be a great
Makes
investor for 20 hours long term because you're not really doing that much, but actively trading, buying here, selling here, buying here, selling here, buying here, selling here, doing that 4 or 5 times a month, you got to spend 3 or 4 hours a day in front of the computer, in
Yep.
front of the charts, getting that screen time in.
Makes sense. Okay, so as we slowly start to close out, can we talk about, like, now that you made some money, you do your thing, right? What are you doing in the society and the community as a profitable investor, trader, business person? What are you doing?
Pouring it back into the community, man. I, on a weekly basis, have free classes, free webinars, free programs. People can come over to my house. We do all
That's
the things where we work out together. We talk money together. I do loads of community interaction and interacting with just the people who live around me to
mhm,
show them this is how this is possible. This is how you can do this, right? I work with a lot of nonprofits, a lot of organizations that focus on the educational component of our community.
mhm.
This stuff needs to be in schools.
Yes.
We need to teach these programs more. So I'm working with teachers, I'm working with principals, I'm working with assistant principals, teaching them so that they can teach. Because I think it's not because people are malicious and they're trying to keep the American economy dumb and poor. That's just my
Yeah.
personal belief. I don't think most people are teaching it because they don't know and you can't really teach something from inexperience. I am not going to be able to teach organic chemistry. Can't do it.
No.
But if I was taught it and learned it and liked it and enjoyed it and it gave me good results in my life, I probably would be able to teach it. So I don't think people are doing it because they don't know. So my goal is to pour into them and
Yep.
to help them. And even if it's a hike, so I don't do a lot of breakfast meetings or lunch meetings. I do a lot
Yeah.
of hike meetings. So like if
So
we're going
with physical, yeah.
physical, yep, spending a little bit
Mhm.
of time getting outside, and while we're hiking, we're walking, we're talking. Because now you're killing 2 stones with 1 bird, right? You're exercising, you're working out, and you're also able to actually interact with someone and see, hey, are they physical? Are they in good shape? Because that's important to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, do they like it? And as you move, right? Motion creates emotion. So you're probably going to ask better questions as you're moving and talking and walking, all that kind of good stuff.
Great. Oh, I love it. Okay. Can you tell the folks where to find you? I know somebody's going to reach out. They in your area. They want to get some of this good energy and information. How do they find you?
Let's go, man. The best way, send me a message on some social media platform. I have a really, really great team who will make sure that your message gets to me. So if it's Instagram, if it's Twitter, if it's Facebook, just shoot me a message. It could be a DM, it could be a video, voice text, it could be a text message. I have a website, jerremynewsome.com.
Yep.
All of my free education is at reallifetrading.com. It's over 500 hours of free education. You can get your master's degree in finance for free, essentially.
Yep.
It's pretty cool. So make sure to pop over there, and that's really the best way to get a hold of me. Any type of message on my social media, and I'll be happy to reach out.
Excellent. I appreciate it. One final thing. Okay. Where do you like to travel for some vacation time after all of this studying and coaching, teaching, and trading? Where do you like to relax?
My relaxing spot right
Uh-huh.
now, one of 2 places. I love Aruba and I
Mm.
love Croatia. The
Oh,
reason I
good
love
stuff.
both of those places, so Aruba, you can get there via Southwest from anywhere in the Southeast. It's a 4-hour flight. Very easy
Mm.
to get to. Boom, boom, direct, bang, you're there. Awesome. It's hot. The
Mhm.
beaches are perfect. It's a small little place. It's really, really vibey. Amazing, amazing spot. And then
Excellent.
Croatia, because it's Croatia. It's stunning. The food is out of this world. The water's immaculate, great
Mm.
fishing, great towns, great people, great scenery. It's super historic. Game of Thrones was filmed in Dubrovnik, which is one of the major cities of Croatia.
Wow.
Spent time there, and the airport in Split, which is airport code SPL. Split is one of the best airports I've ever been into. Fun fact. So
Mm.
really easy to get in, really easy to get out. Croatia and Aruba.
Excellent. Appreciate you, Jeremy. If you could stay behind just for a moment while I
Yep.
close out the show, much love. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, y'all. So, very powerful episode. Great information. Jerremy laid the fire out. So, make sure you check out the links in the description, Real Life Trading, Jerremy Newsome's website. I'll put all those below. And we're talking about education over here. And this will be focused on is positivity. So, again, appreciate Jerremy. Thank you all for watching Passive Income Network, episode 91. Until the next time, folks, see y'all later. Peace.